So this one is called The Astronomer. Okay. Uh, this one can hit. This one may hit for real. I hope, whatever. So let's go into it. The Astronomer. There was once an astronomer whose habit it was to go out at night and observe the stars. One night, as he was walking about outside the town gates, gazing up, absorbed into the sky, and not looking where he was going, he fell into a dry well. As he lay there groaning, someone passing by heard him, and coming to the edge of the well, looked down, and on learning what happened, said, "If you really mean to say that you were looking so hard at the sky that you didn't even see where your feet were carrying you along the ground, it appears to me that you deserve all you've got." There is no moral to it. There's no like moral to it. That is that. You know what I'm saying? That is pretty much what it is. Let's break it down. The astronomer, he's like, look at the sky. Look at the stars. Look at the Big Dipper, and look at Antares and these stars, and bust his ass, right? And I look at this story because I picked this story because, well, I picked it just because I liked it, but it also can relate today. The astronomer spent so much time looking up at the sky, he didn't, pay attention to the ground. He didn't pay attention to the world that was in front of him. And I think there's a lot to that. There's a lot to that, especially today, with all of us like dreamers out here, right? Like I'm a dreamer. We're all. I think everyone in here right now is a dreamer, right? And you know, yes, engage, but be aware. Like, as an artist, that just dropped the song with Naughty J and Ja Trey called Hideaway that's in our bio. As an artist, you know, I want to get to the next level, right? I want to look up. I look up at the stars, like, what would it be like to do this and do that and do this and do that? But sometimes we get lost up here and we don't remember where we are right now. And there's two different ways that can go. One way is you might not be grateful for what you have. You might be so lost in what is out there and what's out there, and you're not paying attention to what's inside. Like in the Master Key System, another great book, they talk about the world outside and the world inside. And a lot of people search for the world outside as opposed to focusing on the world inside, which brings the world outside to you, which creates the world outside. And even in that, I look at it like, I want to get to this place, but sometimes it just has to think about, okay, I'm on the ground. What is the path? You have to have a path of where you're going, right? You see the stars, you see the lights, you see the fame or whatever the hell you actually want, but you got to think about your path there. Oh yeah, I want 1 million fans. Okay, well, don't be so pressed on the 1 million fans that you like forget about the 50 that you have. Think about the 50, try to get it to 60, try to get it to 65. All my hustlers know what I'm talking about when I talk about the flip. It's about the flip. It's about continuing to push forward. It's like, okay, how can I get from 50 to 55? How can I get from 55 to 75? How to get from 75 to 100? How to get to 100 to 200? And then figuring out how to make that path, as opposed to just saying, I'm just going to look up here and look up here. And next thing you know, you've been looking in the sky so long, you've dug yourself into a hole because you weren't paying attention. I think about the stock market right now. We can only get into that now. A lot of people are over here trying to cash out because they just joined the stock market on Tuesday and putting their life savings into this shit. Like, exactly, Ricky says ain't no shortcuts to live. There are no shortcuts. And even in the stock market where everything's going crazy and extra volatile right now, like there are people who are just throwing their entire life savings because and I understand we're in the pandemic. It's like, okay, this is my chance to cash in and cash out. And then Robinhood shuts everything down. And then fucking a few brokerage should shut down. But, I'm glad everybody's in the stocks and all, but I want people to understand that, well, I'll preface it by saying this: I am more of a long-term hold investor. I'm not a swing trader. I'm not y'all motherfuckers that is, I don't like trends. I don't like trends at all because trends end up burning people, and people just all jump on, just like how people did Bitcoin in 2017, and then they all jumped out when it started dipping because they have no idea about investing. They just heard somebody say, "Oh, Bitcoin's going crazy," you know what I'm saying? And then it dipped down to, like, they also put all their eggs into Robinhood. Exactly, like Robinhood is like, I play with stuff on Robinhood. Like, I just be like, let's see what this does on Robinhood. It's more so started with a small account and see what it does. But I don't rock with Robinhood after yesterday. However, I'm not about to pay that $75 transfer fee. So until, I mean, Webull does a thing, but I'm not gonna get into that. But listen, to all you folks who like, just got into it, that's cool. But you have to make sure that you're not exactly Fable Friday. Make sure you're not being unrealistic. Like, and take some time to study this stuff. Like, like I said, I'm happy everyone's investing and doing all this stuff and learning about, like, shout out to Dogecoin, Dogecoin, however you pronounce it. It's made me 50 cents in the last 12 hours. I literally threw 50 cents in it just to see what happens, man. But I think people also forget how much whether stocks like reflect the market or even society as a whole right now. There's a lot to it that's going on, even just reading patterns and whatnot. So I'd suggest people don't go crazy out there. But don't be the astronomer here. Don't be the astronomer looking into the sky thinking I'm going to put $20,000 into Dogecoin. I'm going to put 60, all my stimulus check into AMC and GameStop and hope that I can cash out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's about once again, every week this is a theme, but it's always about discernment. Like, don't be out here just being dumb out here with your money. Do some research, understand what the hell is going on before you just out here following trends and looking at the stars. And next thing you know, your rent is due and you're trying to hold the line to stick it to the man, but now you're evicted. Hold the line, but don't hold the line with everything that you have. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't be, there's so many. I've not been trading for that long. I'm not even a big trader. But there's just certain principles that are just very, very, it's like in the terms and conditions of trading, like, hey, be aware you might lose money. Be aware, like, a lot of y'all jumping in, like y'all just now losing money for the first time. Like, you never invested in some shit and it flopped. And you're going to find out how that feels in 2021 in a pandemic because you decided to get in now. And not when everybody was screaming about it pre-pandemic. I'm going to say that in relation to the astronomer, I say, listen, like, keep your eyes to the sky. Like, it's okay to have dreams. It's okay, but remember where you are. In Mufasa, remember where you are. And shit, head ass. Remember where you are. Remember where the ground is. Don't be so lost in it that you end up, fucking yourself up trying to be, trying to be in the stars. Hell, if the astronomer was on the ground a bit, he could have said, I like these stars, but, I wish I could see them better. Mani says, reminds me of that scene in Enter the Dragon. Don't think, feel. It's like a finger pointing at the moon. Do not concentrate on the finger. Do not concentrate on the finger or you will miss all of the heavenly glory. Huh. That's real. That's real. Can I pin that? I'm going to pin that. Yeah. No, that's real. That's real. Because I wish I could press like on it from here, but that's what it means. Like, Ty, what it do? It means don't be caught up in the. It's like they say in Star Wars, don't get lost in the saber. Don't get lost looking at the saber to the point that you are now you staring at the saber. Wow, and Darth Maul done cut your damn head off. So I mean, to wrap it up, I'm just gonna say, keep one eye to the ground. Always keep one eye to the ground. Uh, when it comes to these things, when it comes to your dreams and your aspirations, make sure you're taking your time. You take it one step at a time. You figure out what you need to do, where you need to go, what your path is, and yeah, like I know I've been a bit all over the place, but I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm trying to bring it in. So, any questions, concerns, comments?